music back, bringing real music back, bringing real music back, bringing real music back.
Music with Rick. It's the Music with Rick show.
Bringing real music back.
Rick, get busy.
Welcome back to Music Riffs with Rick, where we're on a mission to bring real music back. Welcome our special guest, Miss Gin, to the show. Gin is a vocalist. What genre of music are you?
Primarily R&B.
R&B. R&B vocalist. And good she is. You also, how long have you been in the music business?
Well, of course, I've been singing like every artist says since they were born, probably.
Yeah.
But back in the 90s, I was in a girl group at age 17 and sang a lot of years with the girl group, as we are.
Okay.
We were in Europe and we did shows everywhere and did studio things and did hooks for different European artists and things like that. So I've been doing it a long time.
Now, how did that go when you were doing that over in Europe? Was the audience different in any way?
I would say. It seems like people in Europe are, I'm not going to say our people here are not supportive, but in Europe, you know, they look at you like,
they're really into it.
You are all that, yeah. So you feel good. I encourage any artist, if they can, to go to Europe and do a show.
Right.
It's something different about the crowd.
Yeah, that I found that to be true. The Europe and the UK and whatnot, all of those, they really love our music.
They do.
And
they
they're
do.
really
they appreciate
into it.
you.
Yeah, that's true. When did you find out that you wanted to do music professionally, not just, I won't say as a hobby, but just really put your all into it?
I have to be honest, actually, from high school, you know, career day, they say what you want to be. I really wanted to be a singer. And I grew up with a father who was a musician. And Gin Bryant, he was actually a revised ink spot in Las Vegas. And he played every instrument. I don't play a thing. I've tried.
Okay.
Trust me, I've tried. I've taken lessons. I put my work in.
Right.
It just don't work. I'll stick to vocalists and writing.
Okay. Well,
But,
that's fine.
Yeah, even as a kid with him, you know, being drugged to his rehearsals, you know, we always were in the back, but his band was always out there rehearsing.
Right.
And, you know. And
Now, how were you like in awe of that?
Yeah,
when
it
you
was
were
like a
kid?
normal thing to us, though.
Really?
As kids, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's just
Yeah, you grow up.
part of
and,
your everyday.
like, almost you want to talk to a friend and say, what, you're not going to do anything with music? You know, I'm like, I grew up like this. This is what we do.
Right.
So, you know, it's always been in me to want to be doing music.
Okay. Now, what's next on the horizon for Miss Gin?
Well, I'm currently working on releasing an EP.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already dropped a single called Loving You Is Easy.
Loving You Is Easy.
Yeah,
I
and that
like
was
the
in
title.
April. Okay, the name of the album is Step Into My Mind. And yeah, we dropped Loving You Is Easy in April, and it's available on all the media outlets, you know, like Spotify, iTunes,
right.
Amazon Music, everywhere.
Yeah, you guys working on a video to that?
We
That
are actually
sounds
we
nice.
were working on a video, but you know, some things happened where we weren't pleased with that, so we are trying to get a video out for that.
Okay. Loving You Is Easy, and the album is called what again?
Step Into My Mind.
Step Into. Now that's an interesting. I like that title.
And you know, it's funny, that title's been in my spirit since my teens.
Really?
I was like, you know, this title's coming out.
Right.
You know, it's not in me for no reason.
And you getting it out there.
I'm getting it out.
Okay, so now, when is that due out, or do you know yet? Or?
We don't have a definite date yet. So I don't want to.
You don't want to
people,
step on
yeah,
it. Right.
You know, they'll hold against you. I thought you said on the 5th.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
so.
they'll get you.
Yeah.
And I've been, you know, checking out your posts and everything.
Okay.
And I've seen a couple of your cover videos, too,
yeah.
that are really fun. This last one with you and the kids, man, I'm like,
Right.
okay, I like this.
That's
you
what I like
doing a little, you know.
Oh, I can pop now.
You doing
know,
your thing.
I'm not gonna tell my age, but I can pop.
So how'd that come about?
Well, you know that whole Shiggy challenge that's going on. So I'm a youth counselor also at my church, and some of the kids are like, we should do the challenge or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to get out there and dance yet, you know.
Right.
But I pulled them along with me, and we put together something. My primary thing was to sing. That's why I sang it. You know, everybody else is doing the dance, but I actually sang
You
it.
actually sang
I
it
put my
and
twist
danced.
to it, because I always put a twist to all the covers I do.
Right.
And it was just fun. You know, it was fun.
It looked fun.
It was fun.
Really.
It
Now,
was fun.
now, can people go see that? You want to tell them where to go? see
Yeah,
that?
they can, if they go follow me on Instagram at Gin Gin.
Okay.
They can check it out there, or Facebook. It's Gin B2000. That's my username for Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right, because I'm following you on both.
Yeah.
And I've started, I subscribe to you on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
And whatnot. So, yeah, I'm checking you out, and I'm waiting for the new videos and whatnot to come out.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, I do covers, but you know, I like to put a twist to all the stuff I do.
Yeah, I see you do your own thing.
Yeah, I try to
You-
make it
you add a
funny.
little something.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And that ones I seen, they were really fun and whatnot. What about, tell me what your perspective is from a woman's point of view in the music industry today. How's that been for you?
Well, I will say it's not that easy. It's really not. For sometimes you run into people who don't take you serious, and they just they look at your face, or they look at your female aspect.
Right.
You know, this is true. This
Right.
is 2018, but it's still going on.
Right.
You know, so I get a lot of messages saying, "Hey, I got this going on," but basically, you know, let's do this. You know, if you go out with me, they might as well bluntly just say it. So it's a little challenging who to trust.
Right.
And that's why I have my management team to look out for me, Superstar Entertainment, because I'm very trusting, and they always say I give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
I don't think so too much, but they say that. You know, I see good in people, and sometimes it ain't right. So my perspective for any female, or what I would encourage any female trying to do this, just go in with an open mind and know that not everybody is for your good.
Yeah.
And don't let no matter what you run into or who you run into, just don't let them taint or stop you from doing your passion.
You definitely can't let that happen. Definitely. And I know it's hard, and I know, and the reason I ask, because I know it's women have a different perspective because they're women in the music industry.
I think you have to work harder
So,
a little bit sometimes.
Yeah,
being a woman.
You probably do.
Yeah.
You're probably doing this a lot more, a lot of things you have to deal with that men don't.
Yeah, you have to have a
So,
tough skin, definitely.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, who was your inspiration?
Well, my number one inspiration for all my life and forever will be Prince. Okay, I even got his symbol tatted on me. You know.
Wow.
So he's my number one.
Okay.
Everything. Writer, person. If you know, he's older than me. He was older than me, of course, but I would have married him.
Really?
Yeah. If he would have had
Gin
me.
and Prince. Okay.
Just think how talented our children would have been. Though.
Oh boy.
But anyway, Prince, I love Layla Hathaway.
Wow.
You know,
yeah.
and I'm a type of artist that's I'm down for the underdogs, and I'm not taking anything away from them saying that. I'm just trying to make you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
So Layla Hathaway and Prince are my number two people.
Okay.
You know, but I love Stevie. You know, I love Motown, I love old school.
Right.
I have a lot of inspiration out there.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Those are huge. Layla and Prince, those, you can't get no better than that.
Right.
So now I see you have another music tattoo.
Oh
on
yeah,
you.
my passion, which is my music.
Oh, you really love your music, don't you?
Yeah, it's my passion, and I'm very passionate about talking about passion. Because in my life it was taken away, and you know, I'm not gonna say I'm way late in the game, but I'm back out doing it newly, like I said, in Detroit, because for a long time I allowed someone to kind of sit on my passion, you know, And
Okay.
and I encourage everybody. That's why I encourage it all the time. Don't let nobody steal your passion. I
Right,
don't care
right.
if it's a man, a
So
woman.
you've had it happen.
It's happened.
And had to deal with like a hiatus from your own.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I know how that could be. I'm not gonna press you on it, but you're also a songwriter
Yes.
as well.
Yeah. I would say my number one gift is writing.
Really? Yeah. Okay, so do you really love the writing more than the singing or the performing, or is it an equal thing, or you just?
I love what singing does for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I love what writing does for people.
Yeah. Okay. I think I got you there.
Okay.
I got you.
Because I couldn't imagine waking up and not being able to sing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good feeling inside my spirit. You know, I'm very spiritual, and I like writing based on experiences and people. People are my inspiration for writing.
Now, seeing that was my next question. What really inspires you and gets you going on writing?
People. I have a love for people, a general love for people, and
Isn't that kind of dangerous sometimes, though?
to love everybody.
Yeah, to have that love for people. I mean,
I'm not gonna say dangerous, but it can set you up for.
Your team says you're too trusting.
Yeah. But you know what? I will say I will always love everybody. I will.
That's
no
a
matter
beautiful
what they
thing.
do, I just love people. I love people, and you know, I feel like you're here to encourage others. You know, elevate and be elevated.
I like that. I like that. Now, see, my aunt Sylvia, who was a writer, producer in Motown and whatnot. She used to tell me about how she got inspiration or thoughts or whatever for her writing, just from almost everywhere. But like you said, it was always dealing with people and with life itself.
Yeah.
But it came from everywhere, and beats and sounds and whatnot came from everywhere. Some of it came from traffic, some of it came from, you know. Do you find that happens with you
Oh,
as
all
well?
the time.
Really?
I mean, I didn't notice this, but like my people I'm around always say everything I do, I make a song up out of it. Or everything if I yawn, I'm singing a note. I don't even notice it, you know, but they point it out, you know. So just anything, if I'm taking something, carrying something across the room, I'm making up a song, carrying this across the room, you know, doing something. Yeah, so every single part of my life, I wake up singing and writing. I write a song, or at least a concept of a song, almost every day.
Oh,
that's why I know that's my number one passion.
Okay.
And that's my ultimate goal, you know, to fall back after I get a foundation with this, fall back and kind of just write and like be a project manager for other artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds interesting. You got some big dreams and passions and whatnot.
Yeah, I got to keep them big.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to.
Got to keep them big.
You definitely have to. But you seem like you have the talent and the wherewithal to make those dreams come to fruition. You know what I mean?
And you know, number one thing is keeping God first in my life. So that's what brings everything after. So, and that's what I say. Like, God gave me the gift, and even after the years I wasn't utilizing it, I was singing in church, and I was always singing.
Okay.
But when I wasn't trying to be this R&B singer,
right?
You know, I feel like why would He still have this desire deep in me if it's not supposed to go anywhere?
Now, has your writing or your passion for singing always been in the R&B, or has it been in some gospel as well?
Oh, I sing gospel. That's probably number one. That's that's just the natural thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
you
it.
know what I'm saying? Praise leader at church. You know, we all come from church, you know.
Right.
So that's number one.
Okay.
That's number one. Yeah.
Okay. Now, where do you really see Miss Gin in like the next 5-10 years? Where do you see yourself?
In the next 5 years, I see being more than just known in Detroit. You know, because I don't want to stay here. I don't want to be that. I love the atmosphere. You know, the good and the bad in Detroit, but I don't see myself just being a local club singer in Detroit at all. You know, so I'm prayerfully going with hoping that my music will expand, you know.
And transcend all of this.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
over, and have my videos out. And like I said, in 5 years, I think in a good 5 years, we'll be hitting it hard.
Okay, so now when you know, this big mega star and whatnot, and you've been all over the place and everything, you still gonna come back, you gonna talk to Riffs with Rick again?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
let us know,
I told
hey.
you, I'm very humble, even though some might not think that because
Right.
of I'm kind of, you know, passionate and flamboyant sometimes, but very humble. And I
Right.
never forget where I come from or who has put an influence in what has happened to me.
You know what? I'm gonna say something that I've noticed because I just met you in person, so I never had any personal interaction with you. But from following you online, looking at your posts on both Facebook and Instagram and whatnot, I've always found you to be very down to earth and very approachable. And regardless of your looks and everything, you never had a bad disposition at all. And I've never seen that, and I've never seen any attitude
Good.
online dealing with people or anything
Right.
like that. And then all I've heard is good things. So I just wanted to let you know that and let the audience know that. Because I think that's important.
It is. Personality is important.
I think that's very important. And people in these days and times of divahood and everybody being nasty to one another and whatnot, it's good to see people, especially black people, and a sister, just there, that's grounded. Even with the talent, even with the looks, even with all that you have going on, you're still a decent person.
Thank you.
And that's
what I like.
It's noticed.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Then I'm doing my job. Because,
there you go. There you go.
Sometimes it's not easy.
I bet. Because I also see the bad side where people say things that are not appropriate.
But like I said, as a female artist out there, you have to have tough skin.
Yes, you do.
You just have to. So.
Yes, you do.
Thank you so much for noticing that.
No problem. And it's been great having you.
Thank you.
And I hope to have you back again soon.
Absolutely.
And maybe we can talk more, and when you get everything going,
okay,
we can do this again.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's the Music Riffs with Rick show.
Bringing real music back.